Up until about a month ago, I was a really small YouTube channel with just over 100 subscribers. I recorded a video of Earl David Warden, News Now Houston's daughter's comments on a video that had been put up on YouTube by CJ Grisham, also known as Chicken Hawk. My channel's subscriber count doubled and then doubled again, and the video of the daughter's comments got a huge amount of views. I think it was over 25,000, maybe even more, before yesterday, when all of a sudden my channel was taken down. Now, the day before, Desert Sentinel's channel was taken down in exactly the same way. So, I am re-uploading the comments of the daughters, read by myself, in honour of someone I consider a great human being, Desert Sentinel, and so that daughters' comments can still be heard. Firstly, we start with BW. He was an MP in the army, and there's others who know the truth, the victims. When he was arrested for the firearm in '98, he had his underage girlfriend in the truck with him. The whole reason the police walked up to check on things in the truck was because they saw a clearly young girl with a clearly old man, and it made them suspicious. Once they found out who he was, saw his record, they searched the truck and found the weapon. They missed the entire arsenal of weapons at home, though. David's only time as a cop was when he was an MP in the army. His first felony was when he was 24 to 25. What law enforcement would want a convicted felon? His last possession of weapons charge was '98. Feel free to research his multiple arrests and probation violation and stays in jail. He was guilty. I truly believe that. I saw the trial. His story has changed over the years about it, but I remember. Where have my sisters and I been? Far away from him, wouldn't you? You guys are way too excited about a conspiracy. This has been going on too long before you people ever heard of him. When you're a victim and the people who are supposed to protect you, your father, is the person hurting you, you tend to feel a certain way about getting help. When you do reach out and those people show more concern for their win record than your justice, it can be a bit disheartening, to say the least. I was told there were people supporting him. Got caught up in it. No, I never watched those videos. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not commenting on my own case. It upsets me to see so many making light of his previous conviction. If it were a stranger, I'm sure most of the same people standing behind him would be ready to lynch him. He's not allowed around my children, even supervised. He was raped and it was proven in court back in '86. She wasn't underage. He used his parents' security company's patrol car and the uniforms at the time. He held her at gunpoint and made her get in the security car. She thought he was a cop. They were both legal age. It wasn't his girlfriend, boyfriend. That wasn't consensual. This wasn't a Romeo-Juliet law situation at all. It was an actual rape. I was in the courtroom during the trial. People like me, people with actual facts versus people like you with a sex offender's lies to try to make himself look like a normal guy. Gotcha. What is it you think we could gain by accusing our father of molestation? Going through this is nothing I'd wish on anyone. When things were originally reported multiple times, they were sat on. No one did their job and they looked into anything. I personally was told it's a he said, she said story and they might lose. They didn't want to try a case they might lose and mess up their conviction record. What would prove it to you in your mind? You could look up birth records. I was born to him while he was in the military stationed at Fort Riley in Kansas. My mom is still married to him. No ex-wife. They married back in '80. She doesn't want anything from him but a finalised divorce. He was in the military. I can confirm that. I can't speak on his donations because I don't speak to him, but I've seen comments here that he got a new car and is doing well financially. As far as I know, pretending to be a reporter was his only income. You trust him so much. Enough to let him be alone with your daughters? I don't. He's not allowed near any of my children. He's never even met them. What could a father do that was so bad most of his family won't associate with him? You ever wonder why you don't see pictures of him with his many, many daughters? I was in the courtroom. That wasn't some young girlfriend. She was grown. Her parents had nothing to do with it. He held her at gunpoint and forced her into his security patrol car. She thought he was a cop. He actually changed his story. He used to say they did it consensually and that she claimed rape when her boyfriend found out she cheated. Nobody believed that one either. The rape was a rape. I was in the courtroom during the trial when I was a kid. A rape at gunpoint, held against her will. We tried to press charges long time ago. Problem was lazy people who didn't want to do their job, not looking into it. Once someone finally started looking, well, you see where we are now. I spent years asking multiple people for help, but was told it was a he said, she said, and would be hard to try, so I just let it go. Do you know how disheartening it is to be told things like that? She deleted it. She was tired of his supporters calling her a liar. He has many daughters. He cheated on my mum over the years continuously. That we know of, he has 10 kids. 6 of us are girls. Jay is my sister. If you read other comments, we both confirm the relation. What pursuits do I share with my father? I know of none. I'm traditional and won't change my name till marriage. Pardon me. I have considered changing it just to not have the name anymore, but it's my name. I refuse to be a victim type. I chose to go through the years of therapy and work myself to be a strong woman, rather than a broken shell. Excuse me for wanting to be able to enjoy a happy adult life and have a chance at a healthy relationship. If you're claiming I'm a member of the fake reporters trying to put police in situations, hoping they'll slip up, then you're wrong. I got here with a simple Google search. It pulls up YouTube videos. You should try it. He didn't marry the woman he raped in 86. That wasn't his girlfriend. He's been married to my mother since 80. I don't watch his videos. Can't stand the sight of him. He usually has multiple girlfriends. Maybe Kathy Hart. He has kids with her. I've known about her for a while. Sadly, a lot of women. I don't know how or why. He's never been faithful to anyone. I know of 4 women who had children with him. There's many more he messed around with. I would suggest the women on this thread that I've seen that have done anything with him should go get an STD screened. Judging by his 10 kids, I don't think he's using protection. I know the details of the 86 case. I was in the courtroom. She thought he was a cop. He held her at gunpoint and forced her into his security patrol car. His parents owned a security company. Their cars were very similar to the police cars at the time, and had a light bar on top. Their uniforms were blue, like the police were at the time. He worked for them and loved using the company to steal cars from the dealerships they were hired to patrol. Next are comments from JW. Deer Park was where one girl lived at the time of the assault. Houston is where we lived at the time. Simple math. She was actually 17, so not technically a minor. He gets away with carrying now because he carries an antique gun. They aren't regulated and don't require a background check to purchase. You are a sick person. B is his daughter and a survivor. How dare you? I have seen no details of the case posted on here other than stating that he hurt his kids. That's public knowledge from the warrant. And finally, comments from Jay. Hi, this is David's daughter here. I honestly am not believing what I am hearing right now. He molested at least 5 of his children, 17 years later after one of his children begged for them to reopen the case. They have been talking to us and gathering information for a while now. This has nothing to do with no-knock raids or anything he is doing with this channel or whatever. As far as his charge for raping that kid, I don't know what he is telling you, but that is not the truth either. You know nothing about any of his charges or his past. You're just blindly believing what he tells you. Congratulations for falling for his manipulation, as my mother did so long ago. It's not the government saying this, it's his daughters, who were molested by him. You weren't there, we were. You know nothing. I am so grateful for the man who took this case and reopened it. 17 years we have been trying to get him put away. 17 years we have been trying and failing. No one listens to children. I am so hurt that you would defend him. He is a monster. I don't know how you can't see this. The longer I watch this video, the more my heart breaks. I am already getting nervous about reading the comment section. These are not false charges. He will not get off from this. You should look into the CPS history with David and all of us children. We tried so hard to get CPS to hear us and believe us, we literally called CPS on our own parent. David somehow manipulated the CPS lady, as he does most people. I look forward to you being in the courtroom when he is found guilty. I will personally shake your hand as soon as we win, finally. My family can heal once he is put away. I don't normally post comments on YouTube, but is there a way to post a photo comment? I can post more than one photo of him with myself. I can tell you everything about him, from my grandmother's maiden name to his social security number. Obviously, I won't give out that type of information, but I have photos. I name all of his children, from the ones with my mother to the ones he isn't allowed to have contact with. I can name the mother of every child he has. He has quite a few children, and several mothers for these children. I don't know what information would be enough, but just let me know and I will be more than happy to provide said info. I might even be able to find something with my maiden name, Warden, on it. I think it breaks my heart because people are defending him, swearing these are false charges. I know I am biased because I know the truth and I was there. If this were one of my close friends, I would probably defend him too. I wouldn't want to believe it either. I understand your reasoning for waiting to pass judgment. I think I am just hurt at the amount of people who have openly told me I am a liar on the internet yesterday and today. I think it's not so much directed at you as it is directed at people in general. My apologies for allowing my emotion to get the better of me. I look forward to you being on the firing squad though. We aren't asking for any money. I am not the type of person who would take money. I did not earn, even if I were offered money. I strongly believe in making my own way in life. Thank you for asking, though. This legitimately is about making a bad man pay for the crimes against his children he was supposed to protect. I don't see how anyone can stand behind him on this. He is literally a registered sex offender for raping a girl at gunpoint. He was a security guard at the time. He was investigated before, and we, his children, were kept quiet again by people who should have been protecting us instead of him. We are adults now, and we want him to pay for what he did. Is that so wrong? I don't think it is. If he didn't want to go to prison for child molestation, then he shouldn't have molested his children. I don't want to go to prison for armed robbery, so I don't commit armed robbery. I mean, it's literally that simple. LOL. I am prepared for the harassment and death threats. I posted on another video that was sent to me last night, and people went out of their way to find my social media pages on all forums and message me. Some people have no life if they think messaging me, one of the many children he has, will stop him from going down. Grow up, people. He is not a god. He is a mentally ill man. For everyone on here saying I am fake and not even his daughter, I have my birth certificate proving I am his daughter. Also, if you ask him if I am, he will not deny that I am his daughter. I changed my name on Facebook too. I'm allowed that privacy. Last thing I want is some crazy person finding me, trying to help David out and hurting me or my family. Can you swear to me this? Can you swear to me that my child will be safe from any psycho he may hide within you guys? Can you swear to me that there is not a single mentally ill person among you guys? Did you personally have each follower go through psychiatric testing? Because I had my Facebook profile set to public without realising it, and after I posted last night, suddenly today I have an unknown number call me over 20 times. You're saying that is a coincidence? I had to change my name on social media. Funny, though, that no one will hunt me down, yet a few days after I spoke to the police the first time, like a year or so ago, that my father accidentally popped up at my job. He stood there making eye contact with me until I walked back into the back and sent my boss out. That's a coincidence too. Oh wait, my father swore he thought we had 3 locations in my city, a small city, and thought this couldn't be the location I work at. It's the only location here. I don't know what these other 2 locations were all about. I couldn't even think of 2 locations were about. I couldn't even think of 2 locations close enough to be mistaken for in my city. Amazing, right? I have nothing to worry about. I have to change my number and watch myself at work in case he told or tells anyone where I work. I made a point to change my name on social media too. Luckily, the last name I had listed on here is my ex-husband's last name, and it's not my current name. I don't see if I sound crazy for this, but I would not let anyone stop me from putting a bad man behind bars where he should have been put in the 90s. Look up the CPS cases. We've been reaching out since I was in elementary. I deleted every video I ever posted. Videos of my child. I didn't have saved anywhere else. Does that show you how serious I am yet? I have no idea how to work YouTube. I used to watch videos. I never even leave comments ever. The day before yesterday was my first time to leave a comment. I don't even know how to change my setting to be private, to be honest. What are you talking about? You must not have watched a single video. Those were all taken with my cell phone, hence the poor quality. I don't even own a computer or device capable of recording things other than this cell phone. I have had for 4 years now. I don't personally like owning too much stuff. It gives me anxiety. I recorded my cousin's turn at the event, lasting about 2 to 3 minutes each, and he uploaded them to my YouTube because my phone wouldn't allow me to share them to him via text. The other videos were things like my son on his birthday, when I bought him drums, and my younger sibling and son playing those drums. I don't know why I'm even explaining myself, but whatever. Rolling on the floor laughing. If you look again, you'll see said sibling is half black. Not David's son, my brother. David actually has at least 4 sons. I am only in contact with 4. My full-blooded brother, my 2 half-brothers from his side chick he had while with my mum, a son who was also a side chick. He has 5 daughters, myself included, with my mum. He has a daughter with another side chick. Yes, he cheated on my mother for God knows how long. LOL, do a little research before speaking on how many kids David has. Or write him at jail and ask him yourself. I have said many times now for anyone who thinks we aren't his to just ask him. It literally sends me phone a notification. You clearly know less about the internet than I do, holy cow. You said it was uploaded 5 years ago. Wow, really? You sure 5 years ago? Wow, I guess it has been 5 years. If I am a troll, then why would I have videos from 5 years ago? You just said trolls delete their accounts and create new ones. But anyways, were you on the internet 5 years ago? Because I assume the 5-year-old videos are from BBJ matches. Funny though, you clearly watched my videos, so you clearly saw the poor quality and poor sound from it being a cell phone, yet here you are arguing with me. You're really determined to figure this out. You have that much time on your hands. I do need to go to bed though, since I work in the morning. We can go back and forth again tomorrow. This will give you ample time to attempt to find more mistakes. Best of luck with it though. I'm exactly who I say I am. I want nothing from my father except justice for my family. I have owned one computer my entire life, and that got broken by my then toddler in 2009. I don't even have internet at home. We all have cell phones, so I feel there is no point. I don't do anything fun on the internet anyway. I watch some videos and I listen to music. That's all. Boring, I know. For fun, I work extra hours or read books. Sometimes I watch movies, but I don't have TV or an antenna for local TV. I don't want my kids seeing the news and being a sheep believing everything they say. Hence why we don't have cable or anything like that. Amazing though how someone in their 20s can figure out that a notification though. You mean I gave the phone to my 11-year-old and said what I wanted? Thanks though. I don't mind admitting my lack of knowledge when I do lack it. You've got way too much time on your hands, my guy. Bye, I get the notification because you're replying to me. Understand that. Surely you must. I really do need to sleep though. I really do have work tomorrow morning. Have a good night and peace be with you, sir. She did not lie under oath. He forcibly held her at gunpoint and raped this girl. As his daughter, I had to grow up knowing I was conceived after he committed this horrible crime. But then again, my father also molested at least 5 of my siblings, so what can I say? This charge didn't just come out of nowhere. This case got reopened over a year ago. David has known about this too. He knew this charge was coming. Just for your information on that point. But I did delete my comment. I felt that I was too emotional when I wrote it, so I took it down. I still stand by what I said and all. Just perhaps you should have watched the videos and then calmed myself before speaking. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Feel free to ask Earl David if we are his daughters. He won't deny us being his children, not to mention we are in the court papers by name. My name is not that common to have another one here in town. LOL. Oh, I changed my name on here because I didn't realise my first and last name were listed. I felt I should probably protect myself somewhat. You never know what kind of crazy people are out there that might want to hurt others to help his or her hero. Right, that's all the messages. Hopefully you found this of interest. Thank you.